102.15. Rev-Up St. Lucia, the alpha of radio.
Up next, Hard Drive with the compliments of Rambali's Funeral Parlor.
In moments of loss, finding comfort and support is essential. At Rambali's Funeral Parlor, we understand that every life is unique, and honoring that life is our mission. Our dedicated team is here to guide you through every step, offering personalized services that reflect the cherished memories of your loved one. From traditional funerals to modern celebrations of life, we provide a range of options tailored to your family's wishes. Whether it's a simple service or an elaborate tribute, we ensure every detail is handled with care. Let us help you create a meaningful farewell, honoring the legacy of your loved one. To learn more about our services, call 758-452-2021 Castries, 758-454-9239 Viewfort. Visit us at www.rambalisfuneral.com. Rambali's Funeral Parlor, where memories are cherished and love is everlasting.
Hello there, good morning, good afternoon, good night to our listeners and to our viewers in St. Lucia and across the globe, especially those of you on Facebook, on YouTube, and also on X, and also on DBS Television. Welcome to Hard Drive for today, Tuesday, the 21st of October. My name is Andre Paul, the co-host of the show, none other than the lovely Kina. Sina, very good morning to you.
Good morning, Andre Paul. How are you doing? How's your day so far?
Yes, so far it's going very, very well.
That's good. I'm happy.
Yes, I love a productive day, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I love a productive day.
That you could go to bed and just feel like I have accomplished so much that I set myself out to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Such a cool thing. And I think today's show, The Love Zone, I mean, apart from the fact that when I'm on the air, I love being on the air, right? But Love Zone was hot this morning.
What was the topic?
Why do some people do not want to, what's that effect, accept a breakup? In other words, one person is saying, I want out, and the other one doesn't want out. Yeah.
Very interesting topic.
Yes, as to the reasons that some people react like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Nikki gives some very good reasons. I think I found one, which is something called a lack mentality, where you think that resources, you don't have sufficient resources
to be able to move out,
exactly,
or to get out of that relationship.
You don't have money, things like that. So you always trying to be comfortable. You don't want to move out and try something else because you figure there's not much out there.
Yeah, comfort can do a lot of things.
There's not much out there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you just feel comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So even if the person is telling you, I want out, I don't want any more, this and that and the other, you just feel some kind of connection there because you're afraid to venture out. You know, and you know, remember Christopher Columbus, when he set sail right from Spain, looking for this new world. I mean, that was a big risk back then because they thought at the time there that the world was flat. That if the ships got to a certain point on the horizon, it would just fall over.
Right.
By the way, there's some people who still believe that. Huh?
Yes, they do.
Believe that.
They do.
And then that took a big risk to venture out there. Mm-hmm. Like I said to you, when I was told that if I point at a cemetery, I have to bite my finger, right? And I remember believing this thing, and I had to literally fight that one day. I say, nah, I have to prove that this is not the case. And here's another one. I remember there's an old, she was kind of related to our family, most on my grandmother's side, right?
Uh-huh.
And I was sitting on a rock one time, okay, a hot rock. Okay, it was hot. Now,
you
because
know what
the thing is that
hot rocks, right?
Exactly. So the thing is, the place I went to, there were no chairs. And we were standing for quite a while.
Right.
And I just couldn't take it anymore. Mm-hmm. So I felt I needed to sit. But the rock was hot. And I remember as soon as I sat on the rock, this lady, right, probably in her 70s, she said to me, you're going to get an STD. I'll get an STD.
Oh
now,
gosh.
I knew better. But the fact that this old lady,
much older,
said that to me. Yeah,
right.
I kind of wanted to believe that, there's something inside of me saying maybe she's right.
But how
You know,
can you
kind of thing.
possibly get an STD from sitting on a hot rock? I don't understand.
So imagine you see the amount of misinformation outside
Oh
there.
yes. there's
And
a
imagine
lot.
I mean I'm a reasonably intelligent person. I know
Yeah.
that is not the case, but there was something in the back of my mind telling me that she just may be right.
I think more so it's not that she's right, but it's coming from somebody older. So
Who
the
you
level of
respect.
respect that
Yeah.
you would have
That's
for her,
right.
you would just be like, you know what? As much as I don't believe it, but I don't want her to come back to me. So out of respect, I'll just,
Now, actually, I stayed there, you know.
Really?
Yeah, I stayed there. I said to her, what papaya are you talking about
You
there?
said that?
Yeah, I told her, what papaya are you talking about there? I said,
No way.
I'm going to stay sit. And I stayed there.
On the hot rock?
Although, in the back of my mind, maybe she's right. So I was just trying to show you the way we are. When you see we have these deep-seated thoughts, and these things become part of our almost our part of our
Right.
DNA. So when somebody comes and rocks that boat, boy, it's difficult.
Some people are so afraid of starting over.
Yeah.
It's like some people would say, "Oh, that's the devil that I know." They use that terminology. I know this person so well. I know they have their ups and downs. I'm not going to start over because I'm not quite sure what's going to happen. Will the person love me the same, love me more, love me less? Some people are just afraid.
Exactly.
of
Exactly.
starting over.
Yeah. And you have this attachment to this person. And
Yeah.
that attachment sometimes is deep.
Is deep.
Deep.
And it can be
because
very negative as well.
You've grown accustomed to this person, especially if the relationship has been long term. You've grown accustomed to this person. There's certain things that you do together, and boy, breaking away from that, it's
difficult.
Very, very difficult.
It's very, very difficult.
So some people just don't want to go through that process.
They don't want to go through the process anymore.
So you fight it. You fight it.
But
Yeah.
if someone is really saying, you know what, I want out, love them enough and respect the decision. It would be very, very difficult. We're not saying that it's not going to be. Breakups are very difficult. It's not easy, especially when two individuals don't come to a mutual understanding that, hey, this is what I want to do. There sometimes it's very easy. Hey, we know it's not working out. Let's agree to part ways. And we could just be friends. And that happens. And sometimes people get back together. But when that happens, boy, especially it's like a tug. They keep and they keep at you too.
What do you mean?
When you've left.
Oh yes.
Do you
yes, yes.
remember?
It doesn't stop.
They send you songs.
Yeah.
It doesn't stop.
Yeah, boy, it's
Yeah.
a strange thing.
Very strange.
And then you have another thing which is even stranger, where you tell the person it's over, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the person will plead with you, beg with you, etc., etc. And then maybe after a while something happens to the other person. Either their friends talk to them, or maybe they see a counselor or something, and all of a sudden this person agrees with you. And the person now who wanted to break it up, all of a sudden now they have a change of mind. All of a
I
sudden.
wonder, because maybe they wanted the person to yearn, that yearning, that thing of, you know what, I still need you. It's somewhat puts them on rocky ground.
And so love is
Have
very,
you ever
very
had situations like that in your life where you want to break up and the person doesn't want to?
Yeah, of course.
How have you handled it?
Well, it's not me that handling it. It's the person. It's the person. But there are times when you know, regardless of what the person is saying or how the person is reacting, you have to move on.
Mm-hmm.
You have to do what you have to do. Now,
Right.
sometimes it is very painful.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's painful for you too. I don't think it's not painful.
It is painful for you.
Because you've seen the person hurting.
Right.
But you know that this is the best decision
to
at
make.
least at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So you just have to do what you have to do. Now, there are other people now, and that's the one I do not like, where they do not tell you that they want to, or they need to break
They
up.
need to break up.
They show you.
That's worse, I think.
Yeah, they show
because
you.
you're seeing the signs, I assume.
Yes.
And you do not know what's going on, and you're trying to figure it out. Most likely, if you're in that
sometimes it's
situation.
very obvious.
It is.
Yeah, by the actions, it's very, very obvious what's going on. One of those that I have experienced already is when the person is out with somebody else right in your presence.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
What?
Yeah. So that tells you everything. All right?
That
the
is
person
like
is sending a message to you.
sledgehammer.
Mhm.
That would hit you hard, I assume.
Yeah, of course. But as I was saying to Nikki and Shamak this morning, I learned that a long time ago. I hope guys are listening, and I know Nikki didn't quite agree with me.
Mm-hmm.
But you fake it till you make it.
Fake what?
You fake your feelings. You don't show the person what they're doing that is affecting you. It's affecting you.
Oh,
You're
I
feeling
would
it.
have to.
You are hurting, but you let the person see you as being strong. The reason I say that is because a female said to me, and I mentioned that earlier this morning, that she was with her child's father.
Right.
And when she broke up the relationship, she said he was there crying. And she said, huh? Like, what's that about? Why are you crying? Okay? I expect you to man up, to accept it, to accept. That's what she expected. And she said to me, Andre, I was wondering, did that guy really love me? The fact that he responded like that, in her mind, as though the guy didn't really love her. And I said to her, but to me, that's a normal, natural reaction.
Thing, a reaction.
And she interpreted that to mean as though the guy didn't love her because he wasn't strong enough. So I say, oh.
But not all women are the same, though. Some are very, understanding if a guy is, pleading and crying and saying, they go through the process with the person. I've had just one relationship where I was with someone, and when I said to him, I can't, and he was reluctant at first, and I was like, okay, if he's reluctant, obviously I have to try to understand how he feels, because I've been saying that I wanted out for a while. I knew it wasn't going to work. And it took me a while to come around to say it to him, because I still was hurting, and I still thought, hey, maybe there's some way that we could, work things out.
Mm-hmm.
But within when you could feel it in your boyo.
Yeah, that's what I was saying a while ago.
You could feel it. So there's no ifs, buts, maybe it's gonna work. Maybe we could go there. There's sometimes it just nah. And when I said that to him, he broke down. He was crying.
So how did you react to that? How did you react to his crying?
I was like, oh my God, I didn't want him to cry.
So you feel sorry for him?
I was. Are
you sorry enough to go back?
Sorry enough not to go back, but try to see how I would be able to help him feel better.
Well, go back.
With the with the decision that we're about to make. And I had to, and what I said to him,
we're about to make.
And what I said to him was, you know what, I need the space. Maybe
oh my gosh.
No, wait a minute. Maybe being out of it, I could have some clarity, but I know within myself this is not what I want. Listen, I was trying to make it. I was trying to soothe him so much that I actually forgot what I really wanted.
Exactly.
I really wanted to do.
And that's what he wanted,
Right.
That's the whole idea of the chairs.
Really?
Yeah,
it's a play, right?
Well, I would say it's a play. It's a play, but they want you to change your mind.
No, I didn't. I didn't.
And I think by still hanging around and feeling sorry, it just prolongs the agony.
No, but what it does to the person on the other end, it gets you angry and frustrated, because you're just there. You're there like a spoke in my wheel. You just keep, and it's not nagging, but the begging after a while, it's like kind of chill out for a little minute. And I had this one person constantly reminders. Oh, do you remember that song? And do you remember when we went there? And one time I had to be like, yo. Nah, enough, like via WhatsApp. I said, please, this is enough. I don't need to go back down memory lane, but I know it hurt. I know it would have hurt him, but I had no choice then, because for some individuals, they, when you've made that decision to finally step away and say, this is what I want out, that's when it hits them. Like, hey, oh my gosh, I no longer have this person around me. What can I do now? And they try to do everything to keep you there. But you've already made the decision. Sometimes you're busy doing something else, and that person have made the decision months before. Exactly. Sometimes years before. They're trying to figure it out. Because for me, I made the decision maybe an entire year before.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you're still hanging around
and
him?
And I was like, I was saying to him, you know what? I really don't think that's going to work.
Did you explain to him what was going on?
And I explained to him why. Yeah. You cheated.
Oh,
I give you a chance. We'll cheat again.
Okay. The cardinal sin. The cardinal sin.
So that's what it was, right? Okay. It wasn't anything else. He's a very nice person, amazing soul, but that's what happened.
We've spoken about this already, and up to this morning, Nikki was saying that she understands. She understands that a guy would have to who would feel the need. Sorry.
Would feel what?
A guy or some guys feel the need to have what do you call a side chick. She said she understands it. I don't think she supports it, but I think she says she understands it. And this is something I've said it already. I can say it again. Women, you'll have to understand that about we fellas. We get turned on from what we see. Now, let me put a caveat there. It doesn't mean you have to follow up on
what it
the
is.
feelings.
Right,
you don't
right,
you don't have to follow up on it. But we men get turned on from what we see. And this is a problem because especially our St. Lucian women, our St. Lucian women are very, very, very beautiful. They are. Right? And even whether sometimes they're young, whether they're older, it doesn't matter. They're all very beautiful, beautiful women. Sometimes I say, maybe God stop here for a little while and put some extra dust on the ladies.
I think he did too.
They are beautiful.
Extra,
they are gorgeous. All of them. All of them.
Yeah.
Don't you talk when you see they put on a little makeup and so on there?
Oh yeah, let me tell you.
So as a man now, because you get turned on from what you see. That's just how it is. That's just the way we are, right? You and especially you like what you see, and the person now is showing interest. Listen, boy, that titillates the ego. So it takes a lot of man to turn his back and walk away. That takes a lot of man.
And it takes
now, mind you,
I agree.
there are men like that. Huh? Don't misunderstand me.
They are.
The fellas who know that the relationship that they have is very important and they don't want to lose it.
And some do try all their best because even and some men, what I loved about him was his honesty. Though he did what he did.
So when you confronted him,
when
he said
I confronted him, as soon as I said what I said, we sat down and he said yes. And he walked me through the process of when it started, how it started, when it happened.
Mama.
Right? And I remember saying to him on that day, I still don't understand. No, because you don't just get to a point where you take somebody's clothes off. There had to be things that led up to it. So I said, is it possible that I read the text messages? And he just handed me the phone. And I read it. And he sat right next to me and I read the messages. And I was like, but the signs were there. That how you missed it
signs,
all?
meaning the person was showing interest.
The person was showing interest. So at that time, he didn't realize it. He just figured, okay, the person wants to hang out with him and his friends and thing, whatever, that kind of thing. Another time they went out for drinks or whatever. I'm saying, the time. Look at the time here. And I spoke to you on that particular day, and you said you were with friends, but that person was there too. You didn't say, hey, she was there. And there's nothing wrong with a man having a female friend, because I have male friends and they respect me, and we've never crossed the line, not with words or anything else. And men have female friends as well that they respect, and they don't ever watch them in the other, you know what I'm referring to. And then I read it and I looked at him, I'm like, okay, cool. So what are you going to do about it now? And he actually pulled away and he stopped talking to her. Like literally, he did. There was no connection, nothing whatsoever. But when you're hurt, that's the thing. To get back from that hurt to that point where you've forgiven the person is difficult. So tous les jours, my way, oh my gosh.
And that is why some men will never tell the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah. They will not tell the truth. I'll tell you something. There's a friend of mine, right, who was involved. Well, he was married, and he got involved with another person. Okay, and the person now was all into him, and the wife knew nothing about that relationship.
Right.
So now, the other lady now wants the wife to know what's going on. So she tells him. Now, all the while now, the wife is having her suspicions, She's having a suspicion, and she's asking him what's going on. Nothing. He's insisting nothing is going on. All right? So whether or not you feel there's something going on, if I do tell you, you most likely wouldn't know. You can feel what you want to feel. But as I tell you, you can't be 100% certain. So it got to the point now where the other lady was telling him, if you don't tell your wife that we are together, I will tell her.
Ooh.
Okay? Now, partner, between a rock and a hard place there now. Between a rock and a hard place. What do I do? Because if he doesn't tell the wife, she will tell her. And he's probably thinking it's going to be worse for him if the lady tells the wife. So he said, okay, all right, well, if that's what you want to do, I will tell her myself then. I'll tell her. Boy, and mate did that. Mate told the wife everything. And he said he only gave her a little piece.
No, it shatters you, you know.
He only gave her a little piece. But guess what? She started probing now.
Oh.
You know how you're very good at this sort of thing?
I don't know. I don't do the probing.
You know, I don't understand something.
I don't do the
the number of females in the St. Lucia police force, that police force should be solving all crimes. You know?
Good one. I have to agree, because there are ways that we women,
smart.
you know, we go and we, trust me, let me tell you, social media leaves a treasure trove of information. That's why I sometimes don't get how. Maybe there are ways, but I'm like, well, how could you not know that a man is married or a man is in a relationship? You should be able to tell. There are ways that you can.
Mm-hmm.
And I sometimes have the difficulty too, because to understand when it happens, but somebody will call me naive, but there there are signs that person gives off. I think a lot of times we're just really, really blinded by him being persuasive and everything that he's doing, and we trust everything that individual says. We do not take a back step and be like, okay, he's saying this, okay, let me just monitor for a little bit, that kind of thing.
So I was telling you, so he gave her just a snippet of the relationship, but she's very smart. Okay, so she's probing now, and the more she probes, the more information he has to give her. So one thing led to another, and more he gave her, she probes more,
yes,
and more and more, until he just basically had to spill the entire thing. Right? At that point that she didn't want to have anything to do with him anymore at that point. Right? So the lesson in that there, whether or not we like it, do not tell. Don't tell.
No, I don't agree with that, right? Because some women, when they ask, they really want to know the truth.
Yes,
and
yes, so you leave you.
No. No. They really want to know the truth. And if you're honest, it's like from the get-go, you just say everything. They don't have to go probing. You sit them down. Because in my, I know there are other women like that. But for me, when he gave me all the information. But I was cool with that. I said, okay, we all make mistakes and stuff like that. At least you man up and you said so and so and so and so. Now I have to deal with my hurt.
Exactly.
Right? Now, the problem was, because I have said, okay, let's continue, you automatically think that because I said now I'm going to stay, that I don't have feelings. It magically just disappears. That doesn't happen. It takes time. So what happens during that period of time, the man thinks it's okay, and you going through that hurt still, you're still dealing with it in ways. So he is trying his best to win you over at that point. But at the same time, there are times where you have ups and you have downs, when you have your highs and you have your lows, and you would still try to probe, like, can you tell me why you did it, please? You still go and you ask. And that's when maybe he has to reassure, that kind of stuff. And sometimes for some reasons, they're just tired. I've said it once. Yeah. I've said it twice. So, just leave me alone already.
Now, that sounds strange. That sounds strange coming from Andre Paul. But I'm telling you, if you do not want to lose the person, you've got to stick to your story. You just have what I'm saying to you. I'm saying if you don't want to lose the person, you got to stick to your story. No, you can't go telling the truth, because the minute you tell the truth, listen, sometimes your ladies will stay with us, yours will stay, right? But that story never ends. It's like something that's just there in the relationship, and the ladies keep bringing it up over and over. So as I said, coming from me, that is strange.
It sounds a bit strange.
I'm saying if you do not want to, if you do not want to lose the lady,
the person's gonna find out anyway.
Well, that's up to you now. At that point,
if they're individuals like the CIA or something, they're gonna find out anyway, because you know how we find out. But
actually, guys who have been through it, I'm just telling you, they have said it already. They're not doing that anymore. They're not telling the lady anything. They just, okay, fine.
But how you not saying anything and you're walking her? If you want to save your relationship, just don't cheat.
What you have to do, okay, fine, the other person is the problem, then you let it go. You let it go, right? But you don't want to tell the lady the whole thing, because once you do that, there's a 99.999% probability the relationship is going to break up.
And sometimes as well,
so if you wanted to break up, then go ahead.
Yeah, but sometimes, I think as well, some men do want to get out of their relationship.
And they do it.
and something happens, because sometimes you're in a relationship and the relationship is so stressful, and obviously there are different phases of relationships. We all know that. And yes, we hear women are naggers and all that. Not all women are naggers, but there's certain things that a man would do to get a woman to that point. Now, and I always say this as well, you met the person, the person was nagging from day one. There was something else about this person that you fell in love with. Go back to that. But sometimes the nagging outweighs everything else, and then obviously you have little birds, as the young uns would say. My little bird somewhere else, so you go check another little bird. Or maybe you put yourself in situations where somebody asked your number and you felt nothing of it. And sometimes men are like that too. I think some men don't really go out seeking another woman. It just happens where they meet somebody and the person is super cool, and they exchange numbers, and they realize, whoa, this person is really cool, and then their mind start to compare girlfriend and this other person.
Yeah. But let me tell you, this person I'm talking about, right, that told the whole truth and nothing but the truth, he got to the point he was actually sleeping on in his vehicle or whatever it was.
Wow.
The man lost everything. All right, they took him to the cleaners. He lost everything. He had to start all over again. I can tell you that. So I'm just saying, as I said, sounds strange coming from me. If you do not want to lose the marriage and those kinds of things, right? You don't tell. You don't go and tell, because it's going to happen. And even if she does stay with you, it's like that continues ad infinitum. It's like it doesn't stop.
It doesn't really stop.
It doesn't stop. It's always a roll.
That's why
it's always
comes into
a distrust, a lack of trust. Don't believe you. It's terrible. It's terrible. So the guy, I'm telling you, ended up with. He lost everything he had.
You know what you should say to the guys? Guys, I've been there. It has happened, and you've been there as well. And if you do not want your relationship to end, and the person you don't want the person to take you to the cleaners, patch it.
Well, remember I said to you, I put a caveat. I said, even if we are like that, even if we men are like that, we get turned on from what we see and so on, it doesn't mean we have to take it to the next level.
Right.
All right? We don't have to, because nobody forces us. Well. Nobody forces us to cheat. We make a decision to cheat.
Oh yeah.
Right?
The decision.
That's our decision.
Ours.
So the same way we can make a decision to cheat, we can make a decision not to cheat.
Not to.
Plain and simple.
Yeah.
Okay, we don't have to. There's no law that says you must.
That part.
But when you look at what you have to lose, when you have to look at and I'm telling you, that guy was doing very, very well. Missy lost everything. He had to start all over again. Poor jam.
I feel for him.
And he lost both of them, by the way. Yeah, the other one didn't stay with him either.
The one saying to him, if you don't tell your wife.
Yeah, because at that point, the man doesn't have anything.
So she was with him for what he was giving?
Well, I don't know. I don't know, but
I hope not.
What is it? What no money, no love.
No money. No money, no love.
I will say no money, no love. But there are a lot of fellas that tell you that they will not tell. They will not tell. Yeah, because of what has happened already. The ladies, they tell you, oh, tell me, I'll understand. They say that.
No, I did understand. I did. In my case,
no,
I did
understand meaning no matter what it is, I'll stay with you. That's what it means.
No, I don't think any woman just comes out and says, they say, I understand, meaning that I understand why you may have done it. But hurt is still hurt, and they have to go through the process of it. So what I would suggest, if you've gotten to that point and you've been really honest with your significant other about it, then go to counseling with the person.
For what? After the person take everything you have already?
No. Before it gets to that point. After you've come on and you know whatever, and if you know something is wrong with you and you have a tendency to cheat, because in my case, the individual, I sat him down one time and I was like, is something wrong with you? Explain to me why, and he said, he sat me down and he said to me what it was, and I was like, okay, I understand, but you need to work on yourself.
But Kina, there's nothing wrong with us.
No.
There's nothing wrong.
No, in terms of the level of control that you have.
Right,
that's what I was referring to, because you know what it is that you have, but you have a weakness and you're aware of it. And so I said to him, you have to figure out how to deal with that issue, and so we can't be together. Because if we're together, then that is your weakness. there's nothing I could possibly do except, and I did tell him, let's go, to counseling. And obviously he didn't want to. Right? And then
he doesn't want help.
He didn't want to. So that was clear there, because I put everything out on the table. Hey, I understand. Da, 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 da. Okay, let's go to counseling. I know I wasn't the one who did anything, but still, I'm there, ride or die, And when he said once no, second time no, third time no, I was like, you know what? Westy and
Westy duet.
Westy duet, right? Should I stay? Should I leave? And I figured, you know what? I'm hurting too much because I do not want to bring it up again. I need to heal, and for that reason, I had to make my exit.
See, all that drama.
I healed.
All that drama. Anyway, let's move on to other things.
Geez.
Yeah, that was Love Zone Part 2. All right.
2.0.
Let me just remind our listeners and viewers that they can get some goodies today at the Tomaso Bread Place. Today they can enjoy stewed chicken wings, stewed pork, carrot rice, ground provisions, stir-fried chow mein, black-eyed peas, my grandmother's favorite,
The good thing.
and tossed salad.
Oh my God.
That's right. So stewed chicken wings, stewed pork, carrot rice, ground provisions, stir-fried chow mein, black-eyed peas, and tossed salad. Of course, don't forget the usual sea moss flavors: coconut, ginger, peanuts and peanut punch, and regular sea moss with flax seeds and chia seeds. All happening today at the Tomaso Bread
Time
Place.
for Yaslin to start delivering already.
I told her so. I told her so.
Yeah, man.
In fact, no, I don't. I suggested that.
I ain't mind having the black-eyed peas and the stewings.
I didn't like it one time, the black-eyed peas.
Mm-hmm.
My boy, I made myself like that. Now I love it.
I love it.
It has a nice...
It has a nice smooth, depending on how it's
Right.
prepared, texture.
That's correct.
Right.
That's correct.
Yeah.
All peas are great.
Mm-hmm.
Beans are great. Right? It's just that we just have to develop a love for it.
Oh, yeah. The only thing I don't like is the red beans.
I love it.
Mm-mm.
I love them, especially when you see it's kind of watery.
No.
Yeah, kind of watery. No. Let me take it back. Kind of creamy.
Right.
Yeah, creamy.
I don't know. It looked like baby poop.
I love it. Yeah, people say, it gives you gas, makes you get blood. I don't experience anything.
I
like
don't
that.
experience that. No.
Yeah.
I think it depends as to how the person prepares it and what they put in there.
No, I think it's what we eating with it. We mixing all kinds of things. What do you think is going to happen? Yeah.
Yeah, we do mix a lot of things together.
Anyway, so Kina, anything you want to mention before we move on?
Yesterday I was thinking on my way home, and on the ride home, I said, if my mom said to me that after I left the house that I'll be working, if she said to me before I came into this world, I'll say, no, Pop, leave me where I am. No. If she had said to me, hey, there are people in this world that are mean and so on,
okay.
I'll be like, now, listen, you have to work till you die, yo.
Yes.
And you have to deal with mean people.
Yes.
I would have made the choice and say, nah, Pop, I don't want to go. I'm not coming. Hello, do your thing, but please. And I thought about that, and I just laughed, because it's not about just people being mean and the world, but when you see certain things, you're at your mom's home, you get up in the morning, mom is cooking, mom is doing the laundry, she's buying school stuff, you're living life like a breeze, and then bam, you want to be 18 so much, you want to be 20 something, you want to be a woman, you want to leave mom's house, and then you leave and bam, reality hits you.
yes, and that's it's similar in the animal world as well, because remember, you have prey and you have predator.
Yes.
Imagine you're a gazelle, for example. Okay, you carry your offspring. I don't know for how long the gazelles will carry the offspring, and imagine the gazelle is in the process of giving birth. The gazelle at that point is vulnerable, very vulnerable, because the gazelle is trying to give birth by. There's no doctor, no.
Yeah.
What do they call them? These people again to help give you birth, anything like that.
The
Midwives, nothing like that. You're just on your own. And imagine you have a lion watching you, right? As soon as you just deliver, that lion just pounces. On the offspring.
Oh my God.
And the poor gazelle just had the little one, just has to watch.
Very weak at that
while
time, not able to do anything.
Sees this little one being devoured. It just has to leave. Just has to leave. There's so many in the animal world. That's just how it is, right? It's man better man. Who's stronger, right? If you're weak, ubasa kind of thing. That's just how it is. So because we live in a fallen world where everything goes wrong. Everything that you could imagine, hardly anything goes right. You ever thought about that? Hardly
That's
anything
true,
goes right. Even if something goes right for a day or two, you can bet by the third day something is going wrong.
Right.
There's always something. There's always a challenge. There's always a disappointment. 90% of the time, we get it good. We have to really enjoy that, you know. Yeah.
I don't have many days where there's bad things happening to me. I haven't really been like that.
No, I said challenges.
Challenges, not many. In my life, not that many.
Well, I don't know.
I know just because of a traumatic event, then that challenge came. But overall, no. But I was just thinking, like, I wish children had the decision to make. Like, mommy or daddy would say, hey, name you before. And be like, hey, before you come into this world, this is what's happening to me. Well, we live there, and this is what's happening. We might not be able to sustain it, you, and and the child says, okay, now you've put forth your case. I'll have to wait till you're financially stable.
And I think parents parents should really get their children ready for a broken heart. I don't think we tell them get ready for that.
No, we don't.
And you know, it's inevitable. It's just you're going to get a broken heart. Either you'll be the cause of the broken heart, or you will be the recipient of a broken heart. But it just goes like that. So there's always as I said, a challenge. There's always something to cause you to want to solve a problem. Now, in a way, it's a good thing. In a way, because there's the thrill of victory that I overcame. Right, and there's also what they call the agony of defeat. Yeah, because
you just had to add that one in there.
Yeah, and most times it's defeat. Most times a problem.
Yeah.
Things, a day or two, actually, things you find you happy. You wish every day could be like that. Just doesn't work that way, boy. This world. So I'm sorry to disappoint you. Kawaii. I never see something like that. Every day I come to Rev-Up, right? There's always a challenge.
Yeah,
there's always a challenge. There's something always goes wrong. Yeah, you may not realize it because, for example, you come here at 10 o'clock.
So I don't. So the earlier shifts, there's always something that happens. I think that's maybe what I love about the later shifts, because I don't get to, experience what happens in the morning.
Every day there's some challenge, something that didn't happen before is happening now.
You get that. I know. I've been there, so I know the feeling.
When I put my radio on in the morning in the vehicle, I'm just waiting to hear, are we on the air?
Really?
Yeah, because most times there's always that thing. It may just happen.
It may just happen that you're right.
Yeah. So if we're not on the air, off the air, maybe on the FM service.
Frequency.
Sometimes it's this morning was online.
This morning we was online. Yeah, I know about online.
Yeah. So a lot of our listeners were messaging me, what happened? You're not online. Oh my God, it's something.
It was like pulling out my hair, because this morning when I got up, I turned it on. I'm like, huh? My phone first. I went to my laptop, nothing. I went to my desktop. I'm like, huh? What's going on?
Exactly.
Yes.
And thank God,
it was that way for me. And then I reached out to
Cosmos.
Yeah,
Cosmos is there working on it, boy. So anyway, so I was just trying to show you that these are the challenges you get in life. Now look at that, for example, Eldris Charles, the journalist.
The journalist, right?
You see how a day can just turn, just go the other way so quickly. She went to the Parliament building to do, I imagine, her work in her mind. In her mind, she's going to do her work. And all of a sudden now her day just went the other way.
Oops.
Because she had an encounter with the Minister for...
the Senior Minister and
Minister for Tourism, Dr. Ernest Hilaire.
Right.
And look at that. This thing's ending up in the courts.
Whoosh.
And I
I'm
remember...
not surprised it's there now.
I remember one of our regular listeners there, and thanks for taking my call, he was saying a few weeks ago, he said, I hope they can resolve this thing and not have to end up in court with this matter. And that's exactly what has happened.
We did say that. We hope that they could put some they could come together and resolve it. But again, pride does a lot of things. When you have people whispering in your ear, that side. And it's important that, we don't really think about it a lot of the times, but prayer is very, very powerful. You take a back step. Sometimes you hear so many people pulling you from different sides as to what to do. Don't do this, don't do this, whatever. But the most important thing is to sit in your stillness and to pray about it. and to wait for the answer.
Yeah. But you know, the Apostle Paul gives some very good advice on this one. He said, as far as lies within your power or your means, as far as possible, strive for peace.
Oh, yeah.
As far as possible, because sometimes there's some people are just impossible,
Oh, yeah.
right? But as far as you can, you strive for peace. Make that your goal, your aim. Even if your right may have to become your wrong, but you strive for the peace. It's better you have peace than to have war.
Yeah.
You see what happens in war, right?
Oh, yeah. One person thinks
It's
never
not worth
ends.
it. It's not worth it.
Ending story. It's not worth it.
It's not worth it at all. So the best thing is to strive for peace. So I don't know. Clearly, there's a breakdown in communication there right now. The fact that once this thing gets to the court, that's
it's
it.
going to be a long, drawn-out process. Hopefully, it's not. It doesn't get to that point. They would
What do you mean?
maybe. Hopefully, there'd be some mediator. I'm still trying to think that maybe something could come out of it, and you know what? He apologizes. Maybe she has to get paid. She gets paid, and she just move on. I don't know.
All right. Okay. Well,
I don't know
anyway.
what's going to happen. I'm assuming that they find a way to settle it.
Okay.
Amicably.
We wish them all the best. That, as you said, that they can resolve it amicably. But you see, we are by low just la. We're low just. Me and this thing don't go together at all.
Nah.
I think only will go to court if I have no other choice. Maybe somebody's taking me to court.
Taking you to court.
But for me,
you wouldn't.
I wouldn't. I don't have the. I don't know, man. To be going through that, and especially this whole thing, the backlog of cases, the stress of having to go and these
get ready and go
are
and hearing
adjourned
is adjourned and
over and over again.
That's so time consuming.
Another adjournment.
And paying lawyers' fees is another thing again.
Yeah.
Nah.
Some lawyers, I'm sure lawyers have a field day with some people because they know people like the courts. Some people are like that.
Some people love the courts. Everything is the court.
Yeah. So for me, right? If it means I have to apologize, solve the that's what you're asking me to do. You want maybe a public apology, those kinds of things. Yeah, I'll just do it.
I'll just do it.
Just to avoid going to court. But I'm saying that there are times where it may be necessary to resolve the matter
in
through
court.
the courts.
Yeah.
Agree?
Yeah.
All right. So again, we just wish them all the best. And folks, just stay out of it.
Stay out of it. I think we need to stay out of it. Sometimes we just make it worse. We compound the situation. Just let them deal with it with their lawyers and whatever. I know it's public now and everything, but let's not put too much pressure on him or her.
All right. So there may be a tropical storm Melissa developing. It may happen in the next day or two. Let's just see what happens. The National Hurricane Center in Miami already putting people on alert.
Right.
There is a system. It hasn't been named as yet, but if it does develop into a tropical storm, it's going to be named Melissa.
That's a nice name, Melissa. So if your name is Melissa,
be
tell
good.
Melissa to be good.
Be good. Yeah, so the public is being urged to be vigilant, of course, to monitor official weather updates and to review your hurricane preparedness plans.
Right.
Yeah, that's what we're supposed to be doing. And not wait until it happens. Okay. Barbados, Dominica, Belize, and St. Vincent, we have to say bravo to them. They created history on the 1st of October when now they actually allowed the free movement
Of people?
of each other's citizens. So let me repeat that. Barbados, Dominica, Belize, and St. Vincent. So these four countries, right? If you're a member, if you're a Barbadian, if you're Dominican, you're Belizean, or you're Vincentian, now you can go in each other's countries, right, and live there.
And work as
you
well.
You can work there. You can retire.
Oh, that's so
there.
Cool. I love that. I think OEC had something similar a few years ago, but I don't think there's some added things that's on that. But with Barbados, St. Vincent, Belize, and Dominica now coming on board, yeah, man, St. Lucia should come on board with that too.
Well, here's the problem. Trinidad is saying that they have a couple of issues. They say they have slow growth in the economy, right? Foreign exchange shortages. Plus, they have they're dealing with about 100,000 illegal immigrants from Venezuela.
Yeah, they have a lot of
who live in Trinidad and Tobago. You heard that? 100,000. That's a lot.
That's a lot. Yeah.
So, in other words, now they cannot free up anymore because you have so many people there already, putting a strain on the economy. All right. So I think I understand
So
where
for
Trinidad is
Trinidad, I
coming from.
understand where they're coming from. Definitely, I do understand where they're coming from. Yeah.
So there's an economist there, and the economist is saying once things improve in the economy,
Then they will be open to that.
yeah, they can move in that
Yeah.
direction. But for now, So I think although Trinidad was bold enough to say it, I think probably most of the countries in the CARICOM region probably have the same
They
issues.
have some of the same issues, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, They have some of the same
Things not really knocking.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but we have to say bravo.
I have to say, right.
Bravo,
I
there.
love that.
Okay. Again, remember those countries: Barbados, Dominica, Belize, and St. Vincent. So these are the countries you can go to each other. So St. Lucia not included in that.
Not included. No.
Okay, and all the other those that we didn't hear.
Yeah, young families, professionals, retirees. I love the sound of that.
Mhm.
Yeah. If
That's
you're
so
tired
cool.
in one country, be like, okay, I'm just gonna move to the next.
Now I want to speak about something here which is of serious concern. The situation in Haiti. Okay, we speak about it sometimes, but we don't really go in depth because I was more dealing with that Gaza thing.
Yeah, you have been.
Right.
Explained.
So these days things are a little on the quiet side in Gaza, although the killings are still taking place. You have Hamas, you have Israel is still trading blows with each other, and I don't know if that ceasefire is going to last for very, very long. I think these are
I'm hoping it does.
These are not honorable people. The Benjamin Netanyahus, the Donald Trumps. These are not honorable people, right? These people don't. You can't depend on their word, right? You have a Donald Trump that just changes his mind just like that,
Donald
just
does
like that.
Netanyahu does the same thing.
Yeah, just
so,
change your
yeah.
mind. Change your mind.
Remember
And
the bombing?
yeah, Netanyahu has
Yeah.
no problem, killing children and so on. Anyway, I don't have time for these kind of people. Honestly, yeah. Once you see you killing children, I got a problem with that. Anyway, so let me just give you some statistics on information. Now, Doctors Without Borders, they have a hospital that they run in Haiti. So now they've had to close, right? Yes, they have had to close the hospital
Lack of funding or something?
because the gangs are nearby. So these fellas are always trading blows and so on, and the hospital is now caught between those gangs. Now, let me just give you some statistics, folks, because remember, I think Haiti is a member of CARICOM.
They are.
Right? So, listen to that. From January to June this year, more than 3,100 people were reportedly killed in Haiti. 3,100. That's from January to June. That's just this year alone, This year alone, okay? 3,100 people killed in Haiti, and an additional 1,100 reported injured. 1,100. And you have hospitals closing, right? Okay. Gang violence also has displaced a record head at 1.4 million people. That's displaced people. In other words, if you live in VG, because of the gang violence, you have to now move to the MON. Right? You have to move to the MON, and then you have to live in a tent or something, or you have to live by some friends, or I don't know. Right? So you're displaced. 1.4 million people displaced. Now, in 2024, the United Nations verified that over 2,269 grave violations against 1,373 children.
Oh, my word.
Grave violations against children, 1,373, including 213 who were killed or injured, 566 victims of sexual violence, including 406 rapes and 160 gang rapes, and another 302. These are children who were recruited by the gangs. 302 children recruited by those gangs in Haiti. This is crazy what's going on over there.
This is heartbreaking.
This is crazy.
What's coming out there? This is millions of lives being displaced, fathers, mothers, children's families trying to survive.
Yeah.
They really need our help. I think the international community, we can't just sit by and watch this happen. They really, really and truly need our help. And if Doctors Without Borders is shutting down the emergency care center, that says a lot. That says how bad the situation is. They're in crisis.
But the thing is, what can CARICOM do? What can we do? Let me show you how we're in a very, very bad position. Okay, now there's this so-called war on terrorists and so on.
Terrorism.
That's what
within Venezuela and
Donald Trump is saying, right?
Right.
So now the Bahamas are very concerned about their fisher folk.
Yes.
Okay, they're very concerned. Listen to what they're saying to their fisher folk, okay? They're saying to stay right out of these boats leaving Venezuela. Don't go into those boats
Right.
because you may get hurt, you may get killed. But listen to the language. This is the Bahamas National Security Minister speaking. I'm quoting him. We're not going to be doing what the Americans are doing because they don't like what they're doing there. They don't like it. So they say, we will not be acting like that. However, you would do well to stay out of their way.
I agree with what he said.
That means there's nothing they can do about it. There's nothing
and they
they
will
can
not
do.
getting involved.
There's nothing they can do.
And most Caribbean islands are in the same spot. There's nothing that they could do, and the only thing that they could say to their citizens is to stay out of the way. Don't go there, so you won't get hurt.
Hear what they're adding, right? They said that the U.S. is doing what's in their best interest in that situation. That's what the U.S. is doing. They decided to deal with that situation. He said that they should be taking those people to the courts. That's how you resolve those issues.
Said that before.
But you're just taking people out, right? But listen to the language. If they decide to do that, in other words, if that's how they decide to do their thing, we would seek to give our citizens a warning to prevent them from falling victim to perhaps a military strike. In fact, if they were to choose to sail in your harbor, if the Americans made a decision to come into Port Castries there, right? Here's what he's saying there. There's nothing you can do about it. These are the words of I'm quoting the gentleman, He said, he didn't say the Bahamas harbor. He says your harbor. That's what he says. Because he's speaking to an international audience.
Words
no.
Based on anything? I'm not surprised.
Right? So he says that there's nothing you can do. It would be a breach of your sovereignty. He put a caveat inside there.
Yeah.
It would be a breach of your sovereignty. And you could complain. He says you could complain, but you couldn't stop them.
Nothing.
There's nothing you can do
that we can do at this stage.
You see the thing I tell you in Gaza there?
And that's why Kamala is so supportive of him. And could it be, because you mentioned earlier that there are so many Venezuelans in Trinidad, maybe she's already frustrated with that, and they're dealing with drugs as well. I think all Caribbean islands have that problem with drugs, and we've been trying to solve it for a while, and it's just getting worse. So for me, as much as the U.S. is within Caribbean waters, I think there are better ways they could have handled the situation. You find somebody in the waters with drugs and whatever else, take them, arrest them. Maybe find ways within the Caribbean, different countries and stuff, to have, what nationality are you from? You this? Okay, go to prison there. Or maybe build a big prison somewhere, on the ocean somewhere. I mean, whatever. But the way they're going about doing it and killing, I'm not.
And you know why they're doing it?
All.
You want to know why they're doing it?
To send a strong message, you think?
No, because they can.
You should not do something just because you can.
That's right.
It's wrong. Taking someone's life is wrong. And do we think that the International Criminal Court will be on this at some point in time, and Donald Trump will be faced with crimes against humanity?
Well, I tell you what. Notice what they've done already. When they indicted Benjamin Netanyahu, right? What do you think they did? They put sanctions against the International Criminal Court. So if you have money in the U.S., you can't get access to the funds. You can't travel to the U.S. All right? You can't travel there to do business. You can't do, and most people, especially those people in those positions, they always need to be going to the U.S.
They always need to, right?
So they flex their muscles, and they use leverage, whatever it is that they can against you, right? To get
America
you, because America feels that they're above the law, that they cannot be held to account for anything
that they do.
And they can, meaning they can do what they're doing there, because remember I said to you in the Gaza thing, you think those other countries don't want to go and stop Israel? There's nothing they can do. Because if they tried, they'll be bombed.
Yeah, there's nothing that they could do. And now we are at the crossroads with this entire situation happening in Venezuela.
Imagine that.
And it's so complicated at this point.
You thinking you realize how we are heavy, the countries from Ghana. That's why they're not saying anything. They're not saying anything.
I think they had a meeting recently.
Look what happened there.
And look at what Kamala is doing. She's pulled away from them. So
yes,
from us, basically.
Yeah. Well, she thinks she's doing something smart. But time will tell. Imagine, I tell you, Lily has not even expressed any remorse for the deaths of her own people.
Wouldn't.
So you know what's going to happen eventually? The same
to.
people you see that vote you out, that vote you in, they'll vote you out.
Some people actually support her decision and what she's saying, because some people have their stance on criminals and how they feel about them and drugs.
Yeah.
So for some people it's like, okay, just like the same thing with Gaza and what was happening in Israel, and some people was supportive, very, very, no matter what you say, they will be supportive. And I still think what's happening right now within the region in Caribbean waters, some people are like that. They're very supportive of what's happening with the United States is doing.
But it's easy for us to say that. So let me shift the goalposts, as they say, and bring it home. Okay? Then you probably understand a little better. Imagine our Prime Minister, Philip J. Pierre, was speaking like that lady. Imagine two St. Lucians who happened to be on a boat got killed, and our Prime Minister is saying, kill them all violently, right? Just imagine our Prime Minister speaking like that.
I do think some people would be supportive of him because of their stance.
No. The point I'm making is that our Prime Minister will never make those
He'll never
statements.
make it.
Right. So that's my point.
If he does,
the Barbados Prime Minister, Mia Mottley, will never say that.
No, she'd never.
Okay?
No.
And I could go on and on. Maybe Gonzalez might say it.
Might. And he hasn't.
Maybe he might
hasn't
say
said
it.
anything.
Right? But there's some Caribbean leaders, these words will never come out of them.
Yeah.
I can't imagine a guy like Holness in Jamaica saying something like that.
No, he wouldn't either.
I can give you many examples. Okay? All right. So it's when you look at it from that aspect, then you're seeing how bad that looks. So you imagine your own people got killed.
The optics of it is like, it's someone's life, it's someone's child. And yes, we don't, if we had to do differently and we had to walk our children through, we'd allow them to make better decisions if we could make the decisions for them. But still, take them before the courts. That's why they're courts. That's why it's
exactly.
There.
So when you have Kamala making those statements, you don't respect international law.
Okay, so you see, and then I'm trying to figure out how do they? Well, I guess they have the surveillance system set up so they know what's on. I wonder if they could zoom in and know. Okay, so you're telling me if someone has barrels in a fishing boat, a fishing vessel with multiple things that they have at the engines, because if it's a small fishing boat, I guess maybe they might not do them anything. I'm trying to figure out how do they know that these individuals, maybe the packaging and what it looks like. But still, y'all have the resources to go up to these vehicles. Yeah, they might be armed, but y'all have bulletproof vests. Y'all have so many things. Y'all have submarines in our waters. There's so many things that could be done differently to bring these individuals to justice. Maybe it's like, when we go to just take them before the courts, it's a waste of resources and time. We're just going to send a strong message. But again, Colombia's president is now saying it's more than that. And he said that the United States is after oil within the region. What do you think about that?
The Colombian president said that?
He said it yesterday.
Was it Maduro? Because I know that...
Perez or something.
Yeah, Petro.
Yeah. He said so yesterday.
Well, I know, he's a tough talker. So what the U.S. is doing now, they already threatened to remove any kind of aid that they're getting.
Yeah, they did that yesterday after he made a comment on social media saying that they're after the oil reserves in Venezuela and other parts of the Caribbean as well.
The main point is this, that America is breaking international law.
They are.
Kamala Persad-Bissessar is supporting the breaking of international law. That's the point I'm making, right? Okay, and again, as I said, you have two Trinidad and Tobago nationals who were killed, and you say nothing about that. You don't say I'm sorry about what happened there to our people, but at least say that, and you have your but. But you're telling me you say nothing.
She should have said it.
That doesn't move you in any kind of way. My gosh, man! You see, probably her pride is getting in the way now.
I think that's what it is.
And she figures she doesn't want to double down. Sorry. She doesn't want to
at all.
retract. Anyway.
She's not going to retract anything.
All right.
I don't think she will.
Let's get into the shout-outs, huh?
So we're going to do Facebook first. Good morning, everyone. Pius Snappy Yearman was the first to chime in. And he says, good morning to all. Dakota McGuire Cleveland Seeley says, good morning, Kina and Andre. Good morning, Dakota.
Good morning.
D. Francis Obey says, good morning to everyone. Rev Up, I'm here as always. Pearl Food Baby Henry says, good morning and happy Tuesday. It's been a while since I popped up hair. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Thank you, Pearl Food Baby Henry.
All right.
Martha's Shop says, bonjour, Mr. Andre. Lovely Kina. Bless, love, fantastic day, everyone. Sends hearts and a praying emoji. Thank you, Martha. Appreciate you. Lilia Victor says, good morning, Rev-Up family. Good morning, Lilia. Christine
Hey, morning, Lilia.
Shari
Hope all is well with you.
says, blessed Tuesday to you both. John McCurdy says, blessed good morning, Rev-Up team and family. Barbara Augustine is next. She says, Andre, another Tuesday actually. Morning, missing Tony Paul on hard drive. Yes, his seat is empty. Rev-Up family members, good morning. DBS, hello. So thank you, Baz, for that, and that shout out to DBS as well. Thank you. Nancy Gracelyn is in the house, and she says, Andre, the worst breakup is when someone has broken up with you and you have no idea. Imagine this guy broke up with me and I honestly had no clue. I think this is the worst, and no, I saw no signs. I found out when I asked him how his day was, and I was worried because one second, Nance, let me go down. I found out when I asked him how his day was, and I was worried because he usually calls me after work, and that day he didn't.
Oh, gee.
What? Oh, my word. Sheesh. No way.
Some people are brutal, boy, when it comes to breaking up. Brutal.
Nah. Wow, I still can't process the words. Catherine, sorry, Nancy, you had to go for that, but still, I'm sure you got over it. Kisses. Mwah. Catherine McPhee says, good morning, Andre and Kina. Good morning,
Catherine.
Sharon Peter says, happy Tuesday.
Good morning,
folks.
Sharon. Hope
Good
all is
morning.
well, that you're feeling a little better. Yeah.
Nancy Gracelyn returned and she chimed in and says, Andre, the bottom line is a relationship will never be the same again when one cheats. Consider relationship is over when you do that, because it can never, ever be the same again.
Is that a female that said that?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Chima, whoever you are,
Nancy Gracelyn.
Kina begs to differ. She wants to go to counseling.
Now, if I have to tell you something about that individual in particular, we broke up, got back together years later, and he cheats again.
Oh my God.
But anyways, moving on.
Once I know there's cheating, there's no going back.
No, sometimes you think so because we were young, like really young. So you figure, okay, the person learned the lesson. But anyways, sometimes you have to learn a hard
way.
Yes,
That's true.
And I did.
That's true.
Sales Robo Fixio says, hey, good morning, Andre and Kina. Blessed morning to you both. Have a pleasant day.
Don't run yet. You know, you fast. You fast. Let me just give Sales number. Yeah, Sales number for Sales Rub. 716-8018. 716-8018. 716-8018. So you can just give Sil a call, and this is endorsed by Kina.
Yeah, that rub good. It's really good. Like, let me tell you.
That's a good rub.
Knock. It's really good.
Yeah, so go check her out, okay, for Sales Rub. Alrighty.
Okay, so I'm going to go a bit slow now, since Andre said I moved too fast. Flash. So, Andika says, a very pleasant good morning to all. Can I
and we have dead air.
Okay, I'm just playing. Nancy Gracelyn says, Andre, start thinking positive and have positive thoughts and everything will work out great. But if you anticipate something going wrong, then it would.
Well, I don't anticipate anything going wrong. I just know it will.
You're basically saying the same thing that she's saying, but in a different way.
Yes.
And Dika returned and said, good morning to you, Andre Paul, and to you, my lovely friend, Kina Snack, Sulphur City. Good morning, and Dika. Mwah. He also went on, the person also went on to say, Romans 12:18, if it be possible, as much as lieth in you, live peacefully with all men. Romans 12:18. Thank you, Andika. And the person went on to say, when they are proclaiming peace and safety, they are bringing and unleashing sudden destruction upon man.
Wow.
Veronica Bryan. Okay, that went too quickly now. Thank you much, Facebook. Veronica Bryan says, good morning to everyone. That's the first, I think, for Veronica. Are you the first time chiming in, Veronica? If you are, good morning. Welcome to the platform and thank you for chiming in. Kisses. Mwah. Septima Joseph is in the house. Hi, Septima. She says, good morning to all listening. Blessed day. Thank you, Septima. Alexandrine Lisa. She says, bonjour à toi. I think that's what she says. Okay, thank you, Alexandrine. And Silstrub says, thank you so much, Andre. She didn't send kisses, but I'm sending kisses. Mwah. Okay, so that's that. And what just happened was my screen just went, okay, thank you, WhatsApp. Andre, anything you want to say? Da, 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 da. No, I'm just playing. Okay, moving on. To the WhatsApp platform now. Someone says, 1 second. Good morning, Kina. Can you please play? Okay, I will play Just Say Hallelujah for you. Okay, I will when I start. Thank you so much. Someone says, good morning. Great show, Andre, as usual. Good morning, Kina. Good morning as well. Thank you for chiming in. Someone else says, good day to my dear ones, Andre, Paul, and Kina. Today is the birthday of a constant listener, Spencer Alexander of the Community Barbershop at Bellevue in Choiseul. Loving greetings are coming from his mom, Mary Alexander, and all his family. May he live to see many, many more birthdays to come. Thank you very much. Bless love. Oh, Spencer Alexander, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Spencer. Happy birthday to you. I'm just playing. Mwah. I like goofing around. I think everybody knows that by now. Someone else chimed in and says, rev up my brother and sister from another mother. I'm in the house. Welcome back. Is Nikki right? Welcome back, Nikki. We haven't seen that in a long, long time. Someone else chimed in and says, good morning, lovely Kina. Handsome Andre. Did you get that?
I'm taking it.
Why?
I'm taking it. It's very rare to have that. So I'm taking it.
Take it. You said a kiss. The person said handsome. Said a kiss.
No, that's your
No,
job.
it's you. I ain't handsome. You go ahead. You blow the kiss. I'm waiting. Go ahead.
Mwah. For you. That's for you.
And person went on to say,
Send
how
it
are
back
you?
up.
Send it back.
Send it back.
Mwah. Got it?
All right.
So, guys, you know us in here. So, person went on to say, how are you doing today? God bless. Thank you so much for chiming in. Someone else says, I'm disappointed this thing went to court.
Yeah.
What's the name? I
Yeah.
can't remember.
Eldris,
Charles?
Eldris Charles, yeah.
And right. I'm disappointed too. Someone else says, morning, my people. Good morning. Oh, she's sexy. I love that photo. Anyways, next thing somebody think I'm on the other side. But I love your photo anyways. Thank you. And everybody else's. Someone else says, good morning, Andre and Kina. Exciting one-day international between West Indies and Bangladesh. Match ends in a tie.
Oh, if Tony was, if
He
only
would, like,
Tony
break
was
that
there.
down. Can you
If
tell us
only
more, please?
Tony was there.
Yeah.
Friends who was batting and all kind of things.
Match ends in a tie. In a tie. That's all I know.
Yeah. Seems, I guess the
Person is saying something else, so I'll wait till he. Therefore, there is a super over. What's that?
I don't know.
What's a super over? A super over?
I have no idea. You're talking to the wrong man.
Okay, that's the last person to chime in. Maybe they're going to tell us more.
Where is Tony Paul?
Oh, Tony, we need your help here. Toenail.
Yes.
What is a super over? Google. Ask.
Okay.
Ask. Let's go. Let's be Tony for a little bit. Or try to.
Go ahead, continue.
The person says 1 over each side. I still don't know.
Oh.
It's like cutting the grass behind the grass.
Let me see.
What do you get?
Okay, a super over is a tie-breaking method in limited overs cricket matches where each team gets to bat for an over 6 balls to score as many runs as possible. Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, all right, cool.
Yeah, with the
So-
team that scores more runs winning. So since maybe each side made 60 runs, right? So now it's a draw. So to break the draw now, they're going to bowl an over, right? So each side will bowl 6 balls,
Oh, okay.
right? So let's see who makes the most runs now
Let's see who
from
makes the
those
most.
from those 12 balls.
So I'm rooting West Indies. Yay! I'm jumping on the bandwagon, even though I don't understand the cricket that much. Okay, that's the last person to chime in.
Alrighty.
Anybody on your thing? And let me see if anybody. Let's see.
Okay.
Arthur, another person, sent a message. Dana, good morning. Hi, Dana. Good morning, Carlo. Gigi, good morning. Yep. Okay, who do you have on you? We're
Yeah.
at 16. We did a pretty good job actually today.
Mm-hmm.
Did it?
All right. Just a little bit of sad news. I got a message this morning. I won't say who it is, but I know the individual. It's a male, and I was told that he's actually in a coma at the hospital. Okay, so I would mention the person's name or anything, but I think you would know, and all our listeners and viewers who are chiming every day, because that person would usually say hello, and notice today the person didn't say hello. It's because they're going through some stress right now. Yeah, with that close family member.
Oh, I'm so sorry that you're going through this. I hope that wherever you are, somebody says to you that, hey, we're thinking about you. We're going to pray about the situation, and we're sending you all the love and kisses to you. Know me with kisses. Mwah, mwah. I'm going to be gentle with the kiss today, okay? Mwah, mwah. You want the rapid ones?
So you see what I told you about life?
Yeah.
So I told you about life. The way things work out.
Oh.
You're fine 1 minute. Next minute now you have some massive challenge that you're faced
my
with.
word. I'm so sorry.
And I know the person. And I'm really, really sad to hear that.
Me too.
Yeah, because he's a nice guy. He's a nice guy, but so I don't know exactly what happened. But if he's in a coma, he's in a bad way. Let's hope that with modern medicine that they can help him, pull out of this thing.
Out of it.
Yeah,
Right.
because in Tony's case, there's not much they could have done.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna pray about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and this person is actually a friend of Tony's. Yep. See you, Lavi. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay.
Alrighty. So, what do you have coming up today, Kina?
Well, we
Yeah.
already spoke about the tropical wave that they're monitoring in the Windward Islands. So I'll touch on that, give an update on it, what's provided at that time. As well, we spoke about the Bahamians, and that warning is like we were on the same page. So that's something else too.
Okay.
Yes.
So you meant to speak about that?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
all right.
We were on the same page.
So you knew
today,
exactly
pretty
what I was
much,
talking about. Yeah, okay.
And again, same page with Trump and Colombia and that oil, same thing. But imagine a migraine. Well, let me try this. I'm gonna say it in patois and English, and you break it down since we're Real Heritage Month. So, China have developed this AI machine that's gonna kill a migraine, like it's just a zap.
Really?
It pinpoints where they are flying from, and before it gets to you, it's like, whoosh,
I want
you're
that.
dead.
I want that. But I'm sure.
So it's going to be eliminating 30 migraines in just a second.
Well, I'm sure there's a catch to it. I'm sure there must be some catch to it. Yeah.
A zapper?
There's always some catch
what
to these
catch
things.
do you think
There's something that messes with the environment or something.
I hope
There's
not.
always some catch to those things.
I hope not, but you know how we feel about.
Yeah, I can't
sleeping
stand them.
You know
I can't
how many
stand them.
times I hit my ear trying to just.
Yes, I know.
It's so painful to slap
It's
yourself.
irritating.
Right, yeah. You're so irritated. And now science is saying that sleeping in total darkness is best for you for a good night's sleep. For mental clarity and your overall well-being, total darkness is essential.
That's how I sleep. All lights are off.
So
Yeah.
if you want to get up and go,
Only way is if Nairobi is there. That's the only way, because she
really?
won't allow me to
and
put
nothing
that light
never
off.
scared you, like
Nah,
when
man.
you wake up in the middle of the night trying to go do something, you never see any
No.
floating nothing.
No. Yeah.
Really?
Because the thing is that, I mean, while of course we live in a fallen world, anything can go wrong. But I know for sure I do my best. I do the best I can to ensure I protect the inside of my home. Meaning, I make it very difficult for you to get inside.
Oh,
Okay, and the good thing about the place that I live, we have their neighbors around.
right.
So it makes it a little more difficult. It's when you live in those isolated areas, then you're really vulnerable.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But the fact that you have neighbors
and
each
stuff,
person has a
everything.
light on the outside of their house, a sensor lights, all kinds of
Makes it
things that are
difficult.
there. So it makes it a lot more complicated, because look at that. Show you how these fellas, are always on the prowl. The folks, don't believe the fellas are not doing their work. It's just that because of the actions that you are taking to limit the possibility, as I said, of them getting into your house. Look at Tony. Look at Tony. Okay? Just a few days after Tony passed. Right? They're already struck. They're already struck. So these guys are always on the prowl. So we have to make life difficult for them.
Oh yeah, we should.
That's what we're supposed to be
Because
doing.
they're always around, monitoring, seeing.
Always.
Yeah.
They pass in the area. You thinking as though they're just ordinary
Just
fellas.
on the block, just chilling, maybe just having a conversation, just driving, but they're monitoring.
And the sad thing about all of that, 99.999% of the time, males, doing that foolishness.
Yeah.
How many times you see you talk about women going to thief? Hardly ever.
Hardly
ever.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they do some backseat driving. That's a possibility.
Maybe a possibility.
Right?
Yeah, but you don't really hear women
being caught and things
caught
like that.
stealing and that not in that way.
To be honest with you, I don't think in my entire life I ever heard that happen in St. Lucia.
No, I haven't.
I'm sure it does, but I'm not aware of that. I've never come across any female being caught stealing.
Me too. I haven't.
We the males, man. We got some serious problems.
And I'm happy that you need to check for your neighbors and implement different measures that could safeguard you and your neighbor, because it will benefit everyone overall.
Definitely.
Someone actually responded. I think that's Sylvester Bissett.
About the cricket thing?
Right.
Big cricket fan.
He said West Indies scored 12, 5 runs to win off 3 balls, 5 runs off 2 balls now. Okay, thank you so much.
Okay.
And someone else chimed in, and she says, "Good day, Kiki and Andre. Blessed and beautiful day to you guys. This is Lorena."
Hey, Lorena, good morning or good afternoon to you.
Yes.
Hope all is well. That things are getting better
Yeah, me too.
with and for you.
Right.
Just what I'm talking about. Life.
Yeah, and she says,
Life,
I'm
boy.
home listening to you guys until I'm ready to leave the house.
So home meaning home, St. Lucia?
I'm not sure. Where are you, Lorena? Can you respond to
No, we
Andre's-
don't need to know the lady's business.
She's beautiful, Andre.
Oh, first time
has
you're seeing her?
She has this blue dress, and it looks like she's by the ocean with balloons and stuff. Oh, I love your photo display pic. Yeah, she's beautiful.
Yeah,
and
she
I hope
is.
all goes well with you as well. Sending you all my love. She's responding, actually. Okay.
All right. So
She's
today is Tuesday, so you have
Rev Up the Homegrown
coming up.
at 11:30, from 11:30 to 12:30 p.m. That's that. And also Drive Safe, Live Safe. And yeah, that's that. More people are chiming in on social media, actually.
So you're saying you can get back to that in a little
Okay.
while. Still have a few minutes.
Drive Safe, Live Safe at 2 p.m.
2 p.m.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And okay, folks. Well, just in case you didn't know, Keena's going to be with you until 3 o'clock this afternoon. And then from 3, Zen the DJ comes on. From 3 to 5, then from 5 to 6, we have Powell Politic. And these days, Mary is not.
She's not alone.
No, well, she's off island, I believe, and so she has somebody sitting in for her.
Oh.
And I don't know who's hotter. I don't know who's hotter.
Who's sitting in for her? I met her the last time that she was here.
Hey, Boje, look, I'm forgetting her name right now.
Tall lady?
Tall lady,
Okay.
tall lady. I'm just getting used to her, so the name hasn't really clicked.
Alcindor, no?
Yes, Alcindor is her last name.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think Arthur calls her Pearl.
Oh, Pearl
Yeah,
Alcindor.
Pearl
Okay.
Alcindor. I think it's Antonia.
Antonia Alcindor.
Antonia
I'm sure she's
Alcindor.
doing an amazing job as well.
She is. For the first time yesterday, man. She got calls. She got a lot of calls. She did a great job.
That's good.
Did a great job.
Yeah, I'm happy.
All right. So so that's from 5 until 6, and then from 6 o'clock until 7, we have Doctor in the House with Dr. Leonard Suraj.
That's an amazing show.
Yes,
I
it
mean,
is.
the topics discussed every Tuesday. Yeah, and if you missed out on it, listeners, you don't get to listen live on our FM dial. You can go to our social media pages. That's Facebook, X, and YouTube, and watch again. Because there's a lot to take in from it.
Yes, and the thing about Dr. Suraj, he always brings in professionals.
Yes.
Okay?
Always.
Medical professionals. And I mean, medicine is wide. It's wide. Okay, so all especially those professionals who work with him at Tapia Hospital.
Yeah.
So sharing the expertise is a beautiful thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's a beautiful thing. I was saying, was it to you I was saying so yesterday or somebody else? I was saying on Rev-Up, yes, we have
Yesterday.
the Russia stuff. We
Yes.
have that, the Russia, but we also have some serious programs.
We do.
And I really hope our people realize that it can't only be about the rural stuff.
Rural all the time. You have to find balance, and that's what we were saying yesterday.
Yeah, and I've spoken about liking things that you don't really like. For example, peas, right? I wasn't into peas.
Yeah, you did.
I was into a lot of those kinds of foods, but I made myself get to like it. So the same thing applies. Even if you may not enjoy it, it's not sexy. It's not it's not sexy. I prefer to use that word, right? You've got to make yourself enjoy it.
Enjoy it. It's going to benefit you in the long run.
Exactly.
That's what we're saying.
Okay, so Kina, have yourself a great show, man. This has been. Let me thank the folks at DBS for carrying our show. Thank you very much. Now Kina wants to cough this, so let's get off the air. Okay, so Kina can exhale. So this has been Hard Drive with the compliments of Rambali's Funeral Parlor. So long, everyone.
At Rambali's Funeral Parlor, we truly care. During life's most difficult moments, we want you to know you are not alone.
At Rambali's, we are dedicated to providing dignity, compassion, and comfort when you need it the most.
Our caring team is here to walk with you every step of the way, whether it's in planning a gentle farewell or celebrating the beautiful life of your loved one.
We understand how precious they are, and we promise to honor their memory with the utmost respect and love.
Let us help you find peace and solace during this challenging time.
Please reach out to us at
758-452-2021, Castries, or 758-454-9239, Latuni, Viewfort, or visit us at ramballysfuneral.com.
We're here for you, ready to listen, support,
and serve with heartfelt compassion. You can lean on us.
At Rambali's,
we care.
Rev-Up St. Lucia is located at Unit 4, Gablewoods Mall, Sunny Acres, Castries, St. Lucia. Tune in on 95.9 FM or online at revupslu.com. Call the studio at 572-9710 or WhatsApp 287-0971. Call the office at 572-0383 or 572